very ambitious, got a lot to share with us as we introduce, and please help me welcome Miss Denise, giving her first speech from Project One called The Icebreaker. Please show your
Well, thank you. That was a big introduction, considering I'm pretty nervous right now. But I wanted to say good morning to Toastmaster, my mentor, Eric, fellow members, and guests, which we do not have. That was part of my so I know this is a little more intimate. Thank you, Larry, for making me feel a little bit better when you said two things I related to. One, that we feel better when other people struggle. And two, we have a hard time sometimes having everything in our head and wanting to communicate it out. So it makes sense to me. I'm calling this an icebreaker because in my life I feel that this is the first, it's in a set of several speeches that in my interpretation are a journey for myself in a self-improvement and self-development program. And people that do know me know that I do that. I am always that self-improvement person. I read a lot of books. I dig deep on the internet, especially subjects that interest me. I've always been called the perpetual student. Self-improvement books and etc. But I still wasn't sure where to start, like how much should I say, where should I start? Should I start with my children? Should I start with myself or my interests? So my friend Eric said, just bring yourself to the table. So be you, bring it. And I'm like, okay. He says everybody likes to talk about themselves. Well, I find that debatable. And sometimes I don't have the easiest time with that. But I'm learning new rules and I'm following the rules, which also isn't a forte of mine. But again, still learning. So a little bit about myself. I come from a family of 8 where the parents are both still alive and healthy. I have 6 siblings, which I am the oldest. I believe that being the oldest put me in that caretaking and nurturing role more so than the others. That probably led me to my interest in social work. So when I went to college, I decided that I would major in social work. And one more note about college, just to give you an idea of myself. I took a speech class that was required, and it was supposed to be the easy A. I got a C. So that's why I'm still here, and that's why I'm really loving this. You grow and you learn. So I graduated from college with a social work degree and worked for almost 10 years as a social worker. I met and married my husband, and within a year and a half had my first child, our first child, a son. Within another year and a half, I had 2 more at once, twins, and who incidentally have their own birthday, April 15th and 16th over the midnight hour.
Wow.
So it's very cool. They're awesome. I have 3 boys. So after that, I decided that it was probably time to quit my job, since I had 3 children under the age of 2, and take care of my own children instead of everyone else's. So enter the next stage of my life, motherhood and homemaker. Another learning experience, and it was fun, enjoyable, and my children loved my being home. I knew that I probably would not want to go back into social work after they were growing and getting ready to go into high school, so I knew I would want something else of my own. Something that I could sink my teeth into that would be my own. I come from an entrepreneurial family, and I knew I would not want to work for someone else. So I'd always been interested in wellness and fitness, and decided that I would take a different path. Still a nurturing, caretaking path, but got into Pilates. Pilates is a wellness program that really resonated with me because I'm that person. Wellness, I want to inspire people. So I did get that certification. As my children were growing and going into high school, I thought I'm really going to need something when they leave. So after they went into high school, I started studying just like them, trained and certified in my Pilates program, and got my training. I turned my basement into a studio. I started my own business, and by the time they were off to college, I was doing my own thing as well. I own this small business still. I teach at Baltimore College in the rec center as well as their accredited classes. I also have taught their baseball team that as of last year had the best record they've ever had in the history of Baltimore College, which I don't take full credit for. Maybe a little bit. I also trained the Cleveland Browns, who also still need me. They just don't know it, but they do. And it's been a great journey, and love every minute of teaching. In closing, I would like to say that I'm really enjoying this new phase of my life. I couldn't be at a better place. I'm very happy to be in this group. And as far as my Pilates program, you may be more interested in, I have 9 more speeches. Just saying. I thank you all for listening. I have 6 people coming to my house for the next weekend, so I'm glad this is over. But thank you very much.